Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So last week we have lesson on the 4 ways of uses. We have 2 remedies: is samatha, serenity, and vipassana, insight. So last week there are 4 ways of uses. Practice developed vipassana preceded by samatha, or developed samatha preceded by vipassana, or samatha and vipassana in conjunction. And the 4th one is the one we practice here until the time when there's a time when our mind is seized by restlessness about the phenomena arise. So that is the last week lesson. Today's lesson is based on one question of our devotee that she heard about the word Satipatthana, can be translated as foundation of mindfulness, and Vipassana, insight. So she wondered that these two are the same or different, because they said that they practice Vipassana meditation but not Satipatthana meditation, and vice versa. So that's why we have today's topic, a better perspective. So first we talk about the word Satipatthana. It comes from a sutta, a discourse in Majjhima Nikaya and Digha Nikaya. So Satipatthana can be translated in 2 ways. The first way is a combination of 2 words, the word sati and the word patthana. So word sati means awareness or mindfulness. So patthana can be translated as the domain or sphere, or establishing or the making foundation. So we can translate Satipatthana as the foundation of mindfulness or the establishment of awareness. And another way to translate Satipatthana is combination of 2 words, the word sati and the word upathana. So u is removed when combine 2 words. So sati means remembering or awareness or mindfulness, and upathana means attending or in the presence. So Satipatthana can be translated as presence of mindfulness or attending with awareness. So that is the word Satipatthana. So how is the Satipatthana? It is recorded in the discourse that the Buddha talked to the monks that a bhikkhu do contemplating the body in the body, contemplating feelings in the feelings, contemplating mind in the mind, and contemplating phenomena in the phenomena. So there's a 4 object of Satipatthana: the body, the feelings, the mind, and the phenomena. So even though there are 4 objects of the Satipatthana, but it is one only, because when you practice Satipatthana, you need to arise effort called ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful, and being able to put away the covetousness and displeasure in the world. So first we talk about the effort. Effort means you have enough energy, you have the power of the energy. Clearly comprehension refers to the wisdom faculty. Mindfulness, we just talked about, remember, awareness, and having a power to put away the covetousness and displeasure is the power of concentration. So while you practice Satipatthana, even though it's the 4 object, but you need to develop effort, wisdom, mindfulness, and concentration all together, the same. So covetousness and displeasure here is referred to the thing we enjoy, we like, we love in regard to our body, and displeasure is the regard to the thing that we don't like, we hate, we feel discomfort regard to our body. So when you practice Satipatthana, you've been able to put away these like and dislike thing. So how we put away? There are two ways to put away. One is by suppressing, and the other one by replacement. So by replacement is like if there is a simile that when you bring the oil lamp, into the darkness, so the darkness will be replaced by the light from the lamp. So in the same way, when you practice vipassana, when you practice satipatthana, there's a inside knowledge occur step by step, and it depends on the level of the inside knowledge. The more light you get to replace the darkness of the room. So in the same way, when you practice satipatthana, you replace the unwholesome behavior or unwholesome thought by the inside knowledge. So the second one, abandonment by suppression, just like in the pond. So there are many aquatic planes cover the whole pond, and you cannot see through to the bottom of the pond. So you need to use a water bottle to heat the water. So that's the water plane we move away. So that is referred to the power of concentration. When your concentration is strong, you can remove what is hinder you to look through the things. When you practice satipatthana, even the power of asset concentration or observe concentration, it can help you to temporarily suppress the defilement, suppress the unwholesome state of mind. So that is the two way of abandonment, put away. First is replacement, or second is the suppression. So what is the unwholesome state or unwholesome thinking that we can put away by satipatthana? We talk about there are four kinds of vipallasa. It should be translated as is a distortion or inverted perception. So refer to the true nature of thing, but we often understand that true nature of thing in the opposite way. So that's why it translates as distortion or inverted perception. So therefore, we think that ourselves or the thing in the world is really beautiful, but actually the true nature of it is not really beautiful. We think that everything is pleasure, but not everything is pleasure. We think everything is permanent, everlasting, but it is not. And everything is belong to a self, belong to ourself, and it is not. So, for example, our body is not really beautiful, but we think that it is beautiful. So this is called the distortion or the inverted perception. So with the satipatthana, with the object of the body, you develop the insight, knowledge, and later you will see the true nature of unattractiveness from the body. So its true nature of it is not really beautiful as we think. And when you practice in some meditation, satipatthana with the object of feelings. For example, you do walking meditation. When You're walking and you feel your step, so you will feel it. The surface is hard or soft. Is it cool or hot, something like that. Then you know that not everything is pleasure for you. Sometimes it's too hot to step on. It's not always smooth. It's not always cool as you like. But sometimes some feeling is not pleasure as you think it is. So you see the true nature of the pleasure. Not everything is pleasure. And when you practice meditation, you see your mind jump here and there. Even you stay here, but your mind in the other in the other half of the world, in Asia, or you move to your home, or you move somewhere else. So mind always jump here and there. It's just not permanently stay here. So what else? Something else beside your mind. So everything is not permanently as you think. So you see the true nature of impermanence. And when you observe that the phenomena, the fourth object of Satipatthana, you will see that everything is come for a reason. When it is enough, the condition, things occur, and without the condition, things apart. So when you really understand the phenomena in that way, you will know that there's nothing called mine or belong to me or any self. So you understand. You replace the inverted perception about beauty, pleasure, permanence, and self with the true nature by insight knowledge. So that is the Satipatthana can help you to face to replace the wrong idea, the wrong perception about life. So there's another way to explain the power of Satipatthana can help you. That when you practice contemplating the body in the body, you will divide your body into various. You see your body in various aspects. As I say to you, that when you do walking meditation, you will feel the softness, the hardness, the heat, the cold. It is called the element of your body. So when you feel the softness, the hardness of your body is the element called earth element. When you feel something like stickiness, something like that is referred to the element of water. And when you feel heat and cold, it's the element of fire. When you feel the moving, is the element of wind, of the air. Or you divide your body into various aspects. You see in various aspects that it is the combination of many things, like hairs, like nails, like skin, blood, etc. And when you see that, when you divide your body into various aspects like that, it is nothing permanently stay there. It change day by day. The one you are here now is not the one yesterday or 10 days ago or 10 years ago. It change day by day. And when it's not permanently stay there, so you will be suffer if you don't accept it is impermanent. And that's why it's called unsatisfactory. And when it unsatisfactory, so you cannot do anything with that. It go by its way. It's nothing called belong to you. It's non-self. And when you practice the Satipatthana or contemplating on the feelings, so you will see there are various kind of feeling: pleasure feeling, unpleasure feeling, the non-pleasure, non-pleasure, displeasure feeling, or the feeling relate to the material or not material, or the feeling come from from seeing, the feeling come from smelling, the feeling come from tasting. There are various kind of feeling. So when you observe those feeling, you will see that this is not permanently stay there. The new feeling replaced the old one after another. So nothing impermanent, or nothing permanent. So because it's not permanent, so the one you like not stay forever with you, and it's easy to get unsatisfied, suffering, because the one you like not always with you. The pleasure feeling not always with you. So that is, you cannot do anything with that. This is called non-self. So, and when you practice the Satipatthana, contemplating the mind in the mind, you see there are various kind of mind can occur in you. Sometimes you sit meditation, you see your mind wanting to have something, desire for something, or you not happy, you get angry, or agitation, or sleepiness, or lazy, or the mind to taste. When you taste, the mind will observe how you taste, etc. There are various kind of mind occur when you see the mind contemplating on the mind. So when you observe like that, you will see the true nature of the mind, that it is not permanent. It changes one after another, and it cannot go by your way. It's unsatisfactory, and that's why it's called non-self. And the last one is the contemplating on the phenomena, anything else beside the body, the feelings, and the mind. So in that way, you will see everything is not permanent, is impermanence. Everything is not not painful. Not always painful, not always pleasant. It's not is unsatisfactory, and it is not belong to us. It's nothing we can do with that. It's go by its way. It's non-self. So when you see the true nature of things like that, you become dispassionate. Dispassionate is in the way that you see the true nature of it. You will not try too hard to get it for you, because it will go its own way. So you dispassionate. Okay, when it come, it come. When it go, it go. You not attach too much, delight too much in the thing, and greed cannot arise in you. Nothing to care about. Okay, so when you practice in that way, you will relinquish things and don't want to grasp, to seize it for your own, because it will go its way one day. So you release it with peaceful mind. Doesn't want to get everything belong to you. So by that way, step by step, you will get the attain the release all kind of defilement, all kind of suffering in that way, step by step. So that is the Satipatthana. And talk about Vipassana. So Vipassana is combination of two words. The vi suffix vi is mean strong, deep, or clear. The passana means seeing or observing. So can be translated as observing deeply, strongly, clearly. Or other way to translate vi is come from the word vivida. It means various way, various aspect. So passana, observing, seeing in various way, in various aspect, and concerning the aspect, the state, impermanent, suffering, and non-self. So now you understand the two Satipatthana and Vipassana. So you have the answer for yourself. It is the same or different. Okay. So there is one example the Buddha giving in the Samyutta Nikaya, the collection of connected discourse. Suppose Ananda, at a crossroad, there is a great amount of soil. If a cart or a chariot come from the east, from the west, from the north, or from the south, it would it would flatten that amount of soil. So the six sense space are like the crossroad. Six sense space, the door we see, we hear, we taste, we smell, etc. The defilement arising through these six sense space are the amount of other amount of source here. And the Satipatthana, the four establishment of mindfulness, occur respectively with their four objects. It's like the four cart of chariot, and to destroying or to flatten the evil unwholesome this state is mean that remove or destroy the amount of the soil. That's why the Buddha said that when a bhikkhu to contemplating the body in the body, contemplating the feeling in the feeling, contemplating the mind in the mind, and contemplating the phenomena in the phenomena, he destroy evil unwholesome state. So, as I said, that step by step, when you practice the Satipatthana meditation, even with the object of the body, of the mind, of the feeling, of the phenomena, you will destroy the unwholesome state. It depends on the level you practice. So, if you practice hard, so you will destroy, you will replace by a better one. So the evil unwholesome state is referred to various kind of defilements. Desire is the longing for existence, is the wrong view, is the ignorance. It is the wrong idea about ourselves, etc. So when you practice, as a quote here from Samyutta Nikaya, when you practice Satipatthana, contemplating in the body, in the feelings, in the mind, and in the phenomena, bit by bit you will destroy the evil unwholesome state in you. You replace the bad state of mind by a good state of mind. You replace the wrong thinking with a right thinking about true nature of things. That's why the topic today is a better perspective. Vipassana or Satipatthana give you a better perspective to see the true nature of life. And because you change your way of view, your way of thinking, so you will have a better life. Not just destroy all defilement and become an arahant is too far. I don't want to talk about that, too far for us. But when you practice, you will gain benefit. You will change your view and you see life in a better way. How it is? Let me tell you. 2 weeks ago, there are one devotee. She's in the north. She sent us a photo that she cannot go out one day because the snow falling whole place, and she got stuck inside the house, cannot go out, cannot go to work. So she said that that's okay. I will use that time to practice meditation. It's good for my spiritual life. So that is the good way of thinking. You change your way of thinking. Instead that she get angry, That's why I cannot go out, or she will sad, she will feel lonely. I'm here alone, nobody around me. But she have the better way of thinking that, oh, I use this time, free time, to practice meditation. It's good for me. It's for my spiritual life. So Vipassana Sativadana can help you in that way. That's what I mean. So let me tell you one story in the Jataka, the form of birth of the Buddha. So in the time of the Buddha, there's a kingdom called Kosala, one of the biggest kingdom. So there's a courtier called Seya of King Kosala. He's a good person. He's very useful for the king, and the king also do great honor to him. And because he useful for the king, so all the person didn't like that, so they jealous and they try to slander him. And unluckily for him, that the king believed immediately, without inquiring, and put him into prison. So when he would be put into prison like that, instead he will get angry at the king, or he get angry of the person who badmouth about him, or he feels sad, or he feel lonely. But he did not think that way. He used that time to have peace of mind, he understand the condition, and try to do practice meditation, and it helped him a lot. He spent good time over there, and because of that, because he based on his knowledge and his morality, and he practiced meditation in that way, he attained Sotapan, the first level of person, the stream enterer. And for a long time later, the king knows the truth and release him and honor him more. So he came to the Buddha after that. He report the story. He said that I use my time really right. I instead of crying or get angry, I use the time to practice meditation. That's why I get the result right now, etc. So I want to use that story to encourage you to understand more about Satipatthana Vipassana through practicing. To attain the noblehood is too far for us, but with the power of contemplating on the body and the feelings, on the mind, the phenomena, it can help to destroy our unwholesome state, replace the bad state of mind by a better one. So bit by bit, you cannot destroy the big amount of soil one time, but at least one time you can remove a few of them. So it's so good for you. Have a better perspective and think about life in a good perspective, and the perspective of insight of Satipatthana is better for you. So thank you for your listening.
Okay, discussion time. Previously in the slide of this lesson, you mentioned about the pleasurable in life, and he's saying that there isn't really pleasurable thing in life. When you hear that, it sounds so negative, so optimistic, that life is not so much pleasurable. And you could argue that, there's so much pleasurable thing in life. Why you say there isn't? What he meant is, or what the Buddha meant is, this kind of pleasure based on the craving, the greed that came out, because of greed, you wish for, or you longing for that, and when that thing comes, when that thing comes to satisfy your pleasure, to your craving, you found it's very pleasurable. That is why the thing that you found very pleasurable may not be pleasurable to others. Let's say food, for example, certain kind of food that you found very pleasurable when you consume it, you eat it, you like it, you make you very happy. But the same kind of food, that same food that you're eating may not be pleasurable to other, because that doesn't this kind of food doesn't satisfy the craving, the satisfaction of other people. Why is it? Why is it that the same thing that pleasurable to you but not pleasurable to others? It's because of the craving. It's suitable to your craving. It's suitable to your liking. That's why you found it pleasurable. If not, you don't find it pleasurable. That's what he meant about that. But if you practice meditation, if you practice, you develop mind concentration, and the power of mind concentration, in this case, either suppressed or replaced. For the case, let's say that it's been suppressed, that means your mind is very calm, is free from the craving for the time being. Then the pleasure, the happiness rises. And this kind of happiness is the same for every single one. If your mind is free from the craving, free from the greed. Not mention about replacement. There's two types of practice that you get. One is to replace and one is to suppress. That's what he meant in the lesson. So the pleasure, the true nature of the pleasure that you're feeling is what he point out in Satipatthana or Vipassana. If you practice and your mind is calm and is free from the craving or the greed, then happiness will rise. And that is the true happiness. And it will be the same for every single one who practice this. Whereas the other pleasurable in life that based on craving will be different. And at the end of if the happiness come from the craving, at the end of it, there will be unhappiness when it's no more. Like getting together, you were so happy. Let's say you have a party, right? All your friends and all the good food to eat and music, it makes you very happy. But at the end, the party has to end at one point. At the end of it, you will walk home, you'll be home alone, and no good food, no friend, no good music, or whatever that's available anymore. Then you feel very sad. So at the end of every happiness, there will be unhappiness based on the craving. So that's what he's saying. When we practice Satipatthana or Vipassana, we will see the true nature of it. And then you will have the right way of looking at it. And that's why it makes you be happier. If not, we have the distort view. What we think is pleasure, what we think is happy is not happiness. What that he meant right there. So you understand about the replacement on in the pond, that you have algae and the leaf of the plant, water plant that cover the surface, that you can see the bottom of the pond. So you need something to tap it so that all the algae and the leaf will scatter, and that's one side you could be able to see it. But if you don't tap it or you just leave it alone, everything will come back and cover it. That's called replacement. Suppress. The other replacement is, like he mentioned about the light that dispels the darkness. When there is light, there is no darkness. So when we practice Satipatthana, we'll develop insight or knowledge. And wherever knowledge rises, there's no ignorance. So that's called replacement. You got it. So when we practice Satipatthana, eventually, gradually, we'll develop insight. And that's how we have the right view, not distorted view. And then that will make us happier. Okay. And for those who are not familiar with Satipatthana, we call the four foundation of mindfulness. Satipatthana consists of four foundation. Contemplating on the body, contemplating on the feeling, contemplating on the mind, and contemplating on the phenomenon. That's the four foundation. And whatever the object of the, let's say that when you practice Satipatthana, you were sitting for a little while as mind concentration develop, then the activity on the body will rise. Like you will see, your body movement. You will see your breath, in breath and out breath. That's called, the breath is part of the body, and you see that, and then you contemplating. You see how it's go in and out, how movement, how impermanent it is. Then you will see the true nature of it. And then when you sit for a while, feeling will rise. Like you feel aching, you will feel tickling, or you will feel pressuring on the body, over time. You will contemplating on the feeling. And as you're contemplating on the feeling, you will see how it changes. How it changes is intensified. It will less intensified. It move from one part to the other. You will eventually understand the true nature of it. And then you will realize that the feeling is not really permanent. It is always change. And if it's permanent, if impermanent, then it's nothing for you to feel angry or upset or anything negative about it. Just keep your mind calm. It will eventually change and go away. It depends on the condition. And then you sit for a while, continue to sit meditation, and then you will realize that your mind will, the activity of the mind will rise. Let's say that, running thoughts start to rise. It tells you to do this, it tells you to do that, or start thinking about something else, or it start getting upset because of, the feeling is so intensified and things like that. You will contemplating on that activity, and you realize that it's also changed. The moment that it hate this, is sitting, and then another moment it will, oh, I like this sitting. It's always changing. A moment like if it's not so comfortable, you will start getting upset. You don't like this. You want to leave. You want to get up. But then you continue to sit for a little while, and everything starts getting a little bit calmer. Then good feeling, happiness rises in your mind, and you feel, wow, sitting is good. It changed. So you notice mind changes all the time. And why is it that you are, why you have to, get upset over it? It keeps changing. And then you sit, keep sitting and then learning all of this happening. Then you see whatever that you, the thing that you see is the phenomenon we call Dhamma. The phenomenon is ever changing. And feeling is because you have this body, then you have the feeling. There's no deniable. And then you will see that if I'm to get angry over this unpleasant feeling, I feel more pain because add on to the mental pain. Then I shouldn't do that. If I keep my mind calm, the feeling be less. The unpleasant feeling on the body will be less. If you keep learning, if you keep sitting and you start learning that, then you will see, one by one, that you are contemplating, right? So that's called the fourth foundation of mindfulness, contemplating body and the body. Go ahead. So do you ask, have any one of you considered, say, why is it body in the body? You know what it means by body in the body? Iswan, do you know? Because, let's say you sit and we do in breath and out breath. The breath itself is the body, right? But in the body, whose body? It's your body, right? You contemplating the breath. That's the breath itself is the body, but it's in your body, right? It's not your body. It's my body. So, body and my body.
She asked. She not satisfied with our answer, and she asked that. So Satipatthana and Vipassana can be used interchangeably.
Oh, actually, Satipatthana based on the four foundations. So whether you let's say that you are contemplating on the feeling, right? When you see the feeling, when you experience the feeling rises, whether it's pleasant or not pleasant, you will looking into it with, you apply the method, you look into that feeling without any judgment or anything. You want to see the true nature of it, whether it's body, whether it's feeling, whether it's the mind, whether it's finance, you will apply the same way. So that's the vipassana. There's four, right? Let's say that you're contemplating on, the in breath and out breath, and you see the body movement and all that. You will try to see the true nature of it, not adding or remove or adding emotion into it. That's the vipassana. You see what I mean? So I always use the vipassana as a technical application. Whether you're contemplating on the body, the feeling, the mind, or you will apply to see as it is, not add on or removing. You try to see the true nature of it. Get my point?
So in brief, you use Satipatthana to get Vipassana.
Vice versa. Because, so I always use Vipassana as an application. Whether you see the feeling, the body, you will see the way it is, not adding or anything, without the emotion. If you not say 100%, most of the time, when we see something, we add on to our emotion. We don't see the true nature of it. You see with our emotion. That's why it's different from one person to the other person. But if you see the true nature of it, every single one will see the same thing. We will have the same view. Make sense? You like dog, right? So when you see the dog, you're happy, you like it very much. But some people don't like dog because past experience, I don't know what in the past. They don't feel the same way because different experience, different preference like that. But whatever it is, you see the dog, the dog is sentient being, has the five aggregate and all that. Everyone will see the same way. That's what I meant. That's vipassana looking. You see what I mean? We don't see, dog this, that. You see the truth of it. It's just a sentient being. It's a four-legged being. There's no deniable. It's not two-legged being, right? It's four-legged. There's four legs. It has the five aggregates. It also has feeling. Nobody denied that. If you hit it, it will cry. If you pamper it, it will be happy. That's the true nature of it. You don't see any different.
You don't see the difference of my dog and the other neighbor dogs.
The same way, let's say if anyone who practices with mind concentration and the craving is either been suppressed or been replaced, the true happiness rises. And this happiness will be the same for everyone because it's not been conditioned by the craving. It's because the absence of the craving, the calmness, the true happiness will be the same for everyone. Nibbana is the same for everyone. Okay? Yeah. That's the true nature of it. But the happiness that you're having is totally different, vary from every single one of us because our reference, our background, all different. Because of it's different, it's satisfied or it's suitable to your liking or your need. That's why it's different. Yeah. So there you go. I hope that person okay with that. So I always use vipassana as an application, but all of this, the four foundation of mindfulness will eventually let you see the true nature of it. The three characteristics that we need to learn to comprehend is impermanent, dissatisfaction, unsatisfactory, and non-self. If you contemplate on the body, applying vipassana to see the true nature of it, then you will realize anicca, dukkha, and anatta in the body. If you contemplating on the feeling, then you apply vipassana into it to see the true nature of it, you will see anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay, that's Pali word. Anicca, impermanent. Dukkha, unsatisfactory. Anatta, a non-self. Okay? If you're contemplating on the mind, you will see, you apply vipassana into it, you will see the true nature of it, you will see anicca, dukkha, anatta. And then you contemplating on the phenomenon, apply vipassana into it, you will see anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Get it? But you don't have to do, once you understand, let's say you're contemplating on the body and you comprehend, based using vipassana and comprehend anicca, dukkha, and anatta, then you say, oh, I understood. Now I have to start, the feeling and in the mind. That you don't need to. You see one, you will see all. Okay, you finish. You don't have to go like, I need to, like, I finished this, I need to go to the next one. No. Okay? So either way, one of the four, but if you see one, you see all. Same go with the three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, and anatta. If you realize, you comprehend through anicca, impermanent, you will see all three. That's it. It doesn't have to like, I finished this and I need to escalate.
There's a misunderstanding of these four that somebody that think that they need to some center just focus on one of them, like on the body only. The other centers focus on the mind only. There's a misunderstanding, but mostly most of the center they teach about Satipatthana. All four go together. Not separately like that.
Yeah.
Once we have a retreat in Virginia, and that's a teacher. He have his own method, and most of the Vietnamese think like he teach only the Satipatthana on the mind as an object. But when the question arises, and he said, no, I didn't say that. I teach the four Satipatthana, not only one of them. So when you practice, even we say it's four, just like the picture I show you, all the four will go together to destroy the defilement.
Yeah, it's a full foundation, but actually it's only one. It's all the same. But sometimes people, the inclination, because based on your own inclination, sometimes people sensitive to the body and they can contemplate it easier to see the three characteristics. That's why they use the mind of the body contemplating, or sometimes they have strong feeling, like some people have painful feeling or whatever, and you will use it as an easier to see the three characteristics. But when you practice all together, you should be able to see the body, the feeling, the mind, and the phenomenon all together. Not just, I practice contemplating on the body, I will discard the other three. There's no such thing. Because whether you choose to contemplate on the body, feeling will rises. Mind activity will rises. You know what I mean? So you cannot pick and choose. It's in the five aggregate that will rise one after the other. So if you are so well versed with the, like contemplating on the body at your inclination, then you just better off just stick with it. Eventually we will see all four. Don't just say that, okay, I base all my life, I always practice, contemplating on the body. I need to go and practice the contemplating on the feeling so that I can be better at it in the same way. Because when you do body contemplation, the other three also included. But why people have different approach? You know, let's say, for example, in Myanmar, Mahasi Center, they call Kaya Nupassana, which is contemplating on the body. Yeah, but the thing is they use the in-breath and out-breath to start developing mind concentration at the mean to get mind concentration first. But while doing it, the other three also included. But whereas Goenka, he used feeling as the mean to establish mind concentration and also to see the three characteristics. It depends on whoever start out first, because Mr. Goenka, he's the meditation teacher in the Goenka method. Back then he has a migraine headache, so he contemplating on his pain to see the three characteristics. But then again, you have this body to have the feeling, so how can you ignore it? That's what I meant. So if you're good as a body, you've been doing this, then just by all means continue it, and eventually you will comprehend the three characteristics. If you jump around and you learn everything from the scratch, you are wasting your time, but not necessary. So I don't encourage that you will hop around to find, to practice to gain the knowledge. So stick with one. If you have faith in the Satipatthana, stick with whatever you start out. If you make good progress, stick with it. Eventually you finish it quicker. If you hop around, you have to start all over again. It might confuse you. Yeah. So that's what we meant about it. Satipatthana, full foundation, but it's only a mean for you to see the three characteristics, because it's like within the four: body, feeling, mind, and the phenomenon. Okay? All right. No. If you practice, you choose samatha, tranquility meditation. If you only focus only the samatha meditation, the only thing that you get out of it is to suppress your defilement, or what the other one you say? Which is suppressed. One is you say replace, and the other one is the suppression. Yeah, suppression. But you won't get enlightened. You only get, the greed, the craving absent at the moment. But later on, it will regain the momentum and back when you were. Whereas vipassana, you completely dispel the ignorance and replace it with knowledge for good. That's a difference. But some people use it in conjunction. They use samatha to develop mind concentration, because that is very strong mind concentration, and then they apply vipassana, using the mind concentration to see, to contemplating on the phenomenon, so they comprehend quicker. Because at the moment that your mind very calm, you will see things clearer. So some people use samatha first to develop mind concentration, and then immediately leaving the mind concentration state, then reflect on the phenomenon to comprehend the three characteristics: anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Thing like that. And I have seen center using this method. But samatha alone, before the Buddha time, it's already been practiced around. Even the Buddha himself, before he got enlightened, he practiced samatha, and he realized this is not the way to be free from the cycle of rebirth, or free from the craving. That's why he applied this samatha, vipassana on his own to realize, he got enlightened. Okay, so be informed that samatha already exists way before the Buddha time. Yeah, and people sometimes mistaken that they already attained, liberation, when the craving, the greed is already been absent at the moment when they have mind concentration. But then again, if you stop regain itself. Just like grass. If you don't uproot it, you cut it, no more grass, but eventually it will grow back. Like
use the simile of the tapping of the water surface. When you tap the water surface, the algae will go all the ways. But if you stop doing that, it go away
back
again.
To the way. Yeah.
But when you have the light, it light up the whole room. In that way.
Okay. Yeah. So so don't get it wrong. I just go back to visit the conception that don't get it wrong that Buddhism is negative or pessimistic. Always talk about suffering, talk about unhappiness and things like that. It just point out the fact is like that. It's not it's not about telling, hey, life is nothing happy, nothing fun. It's not good. Just might as well die. Yeah, you can die. You end this life, but then again, you will come back and face the same thing. Why not just do something about it and be free from it? So the Buddha point out the fact, point out the truth, but he also tell you the remedy, not just like negative, and then go around being negative, right? He point out your disease, and then he give you the remedy. Whether you want to take it to cure the disease or not, it's up to you. But he did point out, and he, not a lot of people are saying that, oh, Buddhism talk about impurity, talk about suffering, talk about unhappiness. But I see so much happiness in my life. Yes, true. But then again, you also face unhappiness at the same time, right? And he point out the reason why you're happy and the reason why you been unhappy, and he point out the true happiness. That's it. So there you go. So I just want to make a point that way because I've been stopped and been confronted that a lot. They point out that, oh, you Buddhist monk always talk about negative. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? If not, you can conclude today with the chanting and ceremony marriage. All right.